1, so negative 1, 1.
That's right.
And 0, 0, and yeah, there we go.
Okay, so do you got this graph down?
It's like the same, like it's like the like slope. It's like the slope.
Slope is for lines. So you're just looking at the quadratic function,
Okay.
right? Okay, so we are going to do the first transformation. The first transformation, Sourish, is left 2. So this x plus 2 right here, that means we're going to go left 2. Does that affect the x or the y value when you go left?
The x or the y value.
Yes.
It affects the y value.
So think of a point, and let me just draw one here. Let's say you're looking at this point here, 2, I guess, negative 3. And if we go left over here, and I'll just randomly pick a point, it looks like it's negative 4, negative 3. Which one changed, the x or the y value? Look at those ordered pairs. 2, negative 3, and negative 4, negative 3. Which is different? Which has changed?
The positive right there.
The x or the y value, which changed?
Yeah. It's negative 4, negative 3.
That's right. I wrote that down. I'm asking you which changed. Did the y value change?
The x changed.
Yes. So when you move left, it affects x. Okay. So you're going to take all the x values and you're going to subtract 2 from them. So look at the x values here. I want you to subtract 2 from each of those x values.
Which one of the x value? The x right there is 2.
I'm asking you for each of these x values to subtract 2 and give me the answer here, please.
Negative 1 minus 2.
Okay, what does that become?
And negative 1 minus 2. It's negative 3.
Okay, keep going.
Yep. And 0 minus 2 is negative 2 minus 0. 0 minus 2 is negative 2.
Good.
And 1 minus 2 is negative 1.
Good. And the y values stay the same.
Yeah.
Right. So now in that middle graph there, we're going to graph this. I'm going to grab those points. Just grab this table here. All right, let me grab that, bring it down. Okay. All right, so we're going to graph these new points, Sourish. So negative 3, 1 right there, negative 2, 0, negative 1, 1.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to want to graph that there. The transformation here is left 2. Left 2.
Left 2. And that for that. Left 2. So yeah. Oh. Okay.
You've got that?
Oh, yeah. That
Awesome.
right there is like it's called the left. What's the transformation? What's the call? It's called left.
A shift
Why do you
left.
say left 2? Can it be left angle?
No, it's directly to the left. It comes from this x plus 2 inside here.
Okay.
So that means left 2.
Mhm.
All right, you ready to do the last transformation?
The last transformation?
Yep, the last transformation is this 1/3 here out in front. Okay. So this 1/3 out in front, what it does, this 1/3 in front is it affects the y. Okay.
Mhm.
Every y value is multiplied by 1/3.
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, so we're going to do that here. We've got an x and a y. I want you to take each of these y values and multiply by 1/3.
okay.
So is it clear what I'm asking you to do, Sourish?
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Multiply by 1/3.
Yes, the y values.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, 1/3 divided by 1, right?
You're multiplying by 1/3.
Okay,
One,
1 times 1/3.
yes.
Okay, can you send me the Desmos calculator?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, let me just multiply this, okay?
Sounds good.
It's 1/3,
Okay. How about for the second one?
0,
Okay. And the third one?
and it's still the same, 1/3.
Good. And the x values stay the same. Oops, that last one's wrong. All right. So in that third graph there, what do you think we're going to do in that third graph? See the third one that says transformation there?
Yeah,
All right, we're going to graph this third transformation. So I'm just going to move that down. We're going to graph these new points. So we've got -3 1/3, -2 0, -1 1/3. So this one's a little flatter, we'll say. All right, so go ahead and get that down. You should have 3 graphs on your
okay.
Let me
Okay,
know when you're ready. We can move on to the next question.
okay. All right, we can go.
All right, sounds good. All right. So just like the last problem here, can you tell me the parent function? Can you tell me the parent function?
Parent function.
Yes.
The parent function is divide by 2.
No, let's go back and look at the previous problem. What was the parent function in the previous problem?
Y equals x squared.
X squared. Okay.
Mm.
What about this up here made it an x squared? Do you remember?
The parent function, it's just the exponent like that.
The exponent right there. Now let's look at the next problem here. Is
That-
this similar?
X equals squared.
It's x squared.
Squared, yeah.
Okay, good. What were the 3 points that we plot for x squared?
What were 3 points I plot for x squared?
For the parent function? What did we plot in the previous one for the parent function?
We plot the x values and y values.
And I'm asking you for those x and y values. You should have them in your notes from the previous problem we had.
All right, for that, that's gonna be so x is 4.
Nope. Remember we graphed the parent function up here?
Yeah,
I'm asking you for these values. Did you write these down?
yeah.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking for. So what goes in this table? What's the parent function?
Parent function is x squared.
That's right. And what values go in this table for x squared?
What values go in the table for x squared? The values go in the table is. Can I just say that it is
Let's go back and look.
this is like we haven't even got them in the graph yet.
That's right. So they had to come from a table to. What do you see here? What am I circling?
The numbers for the parent function.
Yes, and you said you wrote these down. Is that correct?
Yeah, -1, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1.
Okay, that's what I'm asking for down here.
Yeah,
Tell me what goes in this table.
-1, 1,
Okay,
0, 0, and 1, 1.
good. Very good. When you graph your parent function,
Yeah. Graph the
Okay.
parent function.
you're going to graph these values. -1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Can you do that for me, please?
Yeah. Okay,
Got it down?
yeah.
Okay. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do here is the first transformation. The first transformation is the +4, x +4, okay? That means you're going to go left 4. Okay, so our first transformation is left 4. Does that affect the x or the y value?
The y value.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go back and
Y
look.
value is 1/2.
We're not doing that though. We're doing, let me go get it here. We're doing the x +4 first. Got to do the x +4. You start from the most inside.
Mhm.
And I'm asking
Yeah.
if this affects the X or the Y value. If you're going left 4, let's go back and look because we just did this in the previous problem.
Okay,
What did I write here? Can you read this?
left 2,
And what does it affect?
X.
Okay, why does it affect X? Remember how
Because it's just you just move 2 spaces because it was all near to the X.
okay, so this one left 4 means that X,
I got it. I got it. Let me see it. Let me. I got it.
okay, give me the new ordered pairs,
Let me
please.
see the graph right over here for the problem we're on now.
You've got the table right here. I'm just asking you to modify the X values.
Okay. -5.
Okay, -5. What's the next one?
0 minus 4. Is it 0 minus -4 or 0 minus 4? Because
It's whatever this number is, 0 minus 4.
0 minus 4. It's -4. And 1 minus 4 is -3.
Okay, very good. Are the Y values affected?
Yes,
No, no, they're not.
they're
All
not
right,
affected.
so let's look at the next. So this transformation is left 4. I want you to graph these new points there for us, please.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so your graph should be like -5, 1, -4, 0, -3, 1. Does it look something like that?
Yeah, it kind of looks. It's still the same.
Well, you're just moving it left. You're not changing its shape. Okay, you ready to do the next transformation?
Yeah.
All right. So the next transformation
Can I have a
here,
little break
sure. How much time do you need?
for like until like 7:35?
That's too much time, Sourish. So
Okay,
I'll go,
7.
we'll
How
go-
about 7:33?
we'll do 7:32.
Okay, good.
All right, sorry. Let me.
Yep.
Go. Okay, so the next transformation here is the 1/2. Okay, and what this one does is it affects the x value. You have to multiply all the x values by 2. All right, so why don't you take each of those x values, multiply them by 2 for us, please.
Okay. All right. All right.
What did you come up with?
-5 times 2 is -10.
Okay, how about the next one?
-4 times 2 is -8. -3 times 2 is -6.
Okay, and then the y values stay the same. So on your graph here, and this will be a little bit tough because we
It
basically,
does not affect. It does not affect.
well, there's not enough room here. You're gonna have to sort of like pretend like there's -10, there's -8, and then -6. So it's gonna look something like that. And this is the transformation is the 1/2.
Yeah. Okay. Transformation is 1/2.
Yes. All right, you ready to do the next transformation? Let me know when you get that graphed.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. So next transformation here, we'll have to do 2 of them this time. It's the negative on the outside.
Uh-huh.
So this negative and then -1. So there's 2 things that it does. It first negates the y. Okay, so we're going to do that one at a time here. Can you give me the negative of the y values?
Yeah. Okay. The
Can you
y
give-
values for that,
Yep, the negative. You're negating them.
negating them. Okay. So like y1 minus 1.
Negating. Negative. Negating means to make them negative if they're positive, make them positive if they're negative.
Positive to negative, -1.
Okay, how about the 0? What does it become?
It's just 0.
And the next one?
-1.
All right. The next thing here is that there's a -1 on the outside. So we're going to subtract 1 from the y. Each y you will subtract 1 from it.
Uh-huh. Okay, and then are we doing another x and y?
Yeah, you've got to now subtract 1 from each y.
Okay, 1 minus 1.
It's
1
ne-
minus
it's,
-1.
it's -1 minus 1.
Yeah. That's -1 minus 1 is 2.
Try again.
0,
Nope.
-2.
Yes.
And 0 minus 1 is -1.
Good.
-1 minus 1 is -2.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to go back to our graph. This is the last one. Last transformation, we're going to plot these points. So we got -10, -2, -8, -1, -6, 2. So it's going to look something like this.
Uh-huh. Okay. And then, all right. Okay,
Got it?
yeah.
Okay, so we can now move on to the next page. Let's see here, number 4. All right. Okay, so here's number 4. Sorry about that. Can you tell me the parent function?
Parent function,
Yes.
parent function. The parent function is x squared again.
It is. Yeah, it's very repetitive, isn't it?
Yeah,
X squared. All right, what are the 3 data points that in the table go in the table for this one? What goes X under X? What goes under Y?
uh-huh. It's still the same, -1, 0, and 1.
Okay, and what are the Y values?
Y values, you should be able to, like, you should be able to just, the Y values is you need to add them.
Nope. Go back and look at the previous problem. What did we put for the parent function?
X squared.
I know that, but what went in the table from the parent function? What is the square of each of these numbers?
That's -1, and that's gonna be 1, 0, 0, and 1 is -1.
Okay, again, you're not looking at what you did in the previous problem.
Yeah,
So,
I did. -1 is 1.
okay. What about the next one?
0 is 0, and 1 is -1.
It is not -1.
But you told me at the previous problem that every time 1 has to be -1.
That was for a transformation. I'm going to go up and show you what we did in the previous problem.
I remember now. I remember now.
So here's the previous problem. I asked you basically the same thing. I asked for the parent function. You told me X squared. Then I asked you for what goes in the table. And you'll see it's -1, 1, 0, 0, and 1, 1. And that's all I was asking for, Sourish. I'm not asking you for anything innovative. I'm just asking you to give me what we already had. So what goes in this position down here?
Look at the position down there. Yes, that is 1.
Just 1. Good. And we're going to plot the 3 points. Parabola. Let me know when you got that down.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first transformation is right 1. Okay, does that affect the X or the Y?
Yeah. And then right 1 is like you should be able to add by 1.
Right, but is it affecting the X or the Y? And think back to
It's
left
affecting
1.
the X.
That's right. So X goes to X plus 1.
Yes, X plus 1. -1 plus 1 is 2.
Okay, so I want you to add 1 to each of the x values. Each of the x values here.
Yeah. -1 plus 1 is 2. It's 2.
It is not 2.
-2.
It is not -2. You're taking this number, -1, and adding 1 to it.
Yeah, I said 0.
That is 0. Yeah.
And then and then 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Yeah. And then there we go. And then y is 1, and then 0 and 1.
Perfect. All right. So now you're going to go to that second graph. And we're going to graph the transformation. So you're going to graph these new points here.
Mm-hmm.
So 0, 1, 1, 0, 2, 1, something like that. Does that look good to you?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So we're almost there. Last transformation on this one. We're going to grab these data points here. This one is down 2. So let me grab this table. Okay. We're going to now go down 2. Okay, so that affects the y. Y goes to y minus 2. So I want you to subtract 2 from all the y values, please.
Okay. And y is 1, 0, and 1, and I got that out.
So you subtract to -1, -2, and -1.
Yeah.
0, -1, 1, -2, 2, -1.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And yes.
All right. So that's going to take us to the end of our lesson for today, Sourish. Does your dad, does he want to get some feedback today or?
Okay, Dad?